everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. It's a rainy day today.
Mhm.
That's okay. It's sunny inside. Um, we've got one of our closer looks in store for you today. We are going to be taking a closer look at our second pick, and that was improvements. This is kind of a collective uh, collection of improvements to the multiple choice and multiple answer questions. And just for orientation purposes, this is the Ultra LMS 4000.12 April 2026 release. So we're going to go through, we'll kind of recap some of the changes, and then we'll do a demonstration for you. And yeah, I think we can get started. Let me find my button. Here we are. Doop, doop, there we go. So improvements to multiple choice and multiple answer questions. And this is all, it's worth highlighting that this is based on feedback that Blackboard has been receiving about multiple choice questions. And we've got 3 points here. So for the multiple choice questions, we Blackboard, not me, has modified the default number of answer options that a student can select from 4 to 1. As it is in the March release, students, you could say there is one correct answer, but the default is that students would be able to select 4, meaning they could pick everything. Generally speaking, that didn't impact students too greatly, but it was mostly on the instructor side that is a bit of extra work. So that's now been changed that the default is 1. When you create or edit a multiple choice or a multiple answer question, you can change the number of answer options that a student can select. So you can change that to 2, 3, 4, or however many options you have. And then finally, the other change that's been made is that the alphabetical labels, A, B, C, D, when you're building those tests, have been restored. So you have that at your disposal. Those are not part of the text piece. Those are in addition to that, and that'll make sense as we go through. So why don't I switch to my other screen and we will do a quick little demonstration. Here we go. And let me make sure I've got everything on my screen correct. There we go. All right, so we are in our softball course, building Rec League softball team management. And for this one, we are going to build a quick quiz. I've already created the quiz, but I haven't put any questions in here yet. But we'll do that together. So I'll jump in here. We're going to add a new question. So we'll click add multiple choice question. And if you have never built multiple choice questions, just a reminder that multiple choice and multiple answer questions are the same. As far as Blackboard is concerned. Sorry, I'm just pulling something up on my other screen for reference. Multiple answer means that there's going to be more than one correct answer involved. So for the first question, we're going to go nice and simple. I'm going to pull this in from my questions that I've already put together. Here we are. So which safety practice should be mandatory for all practices and games? And I've got, here we are, copy this, paste it here. And for folks that are watching me work through this, what I have is a Word document that I've just kind of kept my questions together in. It's up to you how you like to keep your questions, but this is one way to just make sure that you always have something easy to access and share. It does carry with it the risk that if you edit a question in here, you might forget to edit it in your actual test, so and vice versa. So having a copy of something in multiple places does help you have access to it, but it does mean you've got one extra thing that you are managing. So I've put in my questions here. I've got 5 options. In case you're quizzing yourself, I'll give you a moment. What's the correct answer? What will it be? So which safety practices should be mandatory for all practices and games? If you selected the first one, you are correct. That is the answer here that I am looking for. And you can see, so point number 1, that the default is to 1. So students would only be able to choose one option here. that makes perfect sense for multiple. Actually, I'd say it probably seems quite redundant for multiple choice questions, but because multiple choice and multiple answer questions are handled the same, it is an important thing to pay attention to. So that's the one option. We can click save there, and that question is locked in. So this brings us to the third point here, is that now we have A, B, C, D, and E here labeled. None of that was written in the question text. You'll remember I just copied in kind of the statement here. All players and coaches wear helmets when batting or running bases, and it added the A, B, C, D, E. If you use the randomizing answers, that A, B, C, D, E stays in this order. It's not that this is always A. That's the point of the randomizing. So, makes sense? I can't see cameras, so I'm going to assume that everybody is in agreement. Let's do one more question here. I'm going to add another multiple choice question. And this time it's going to have more than one question. Let me just, did I? No, I didn't. I did that correctly. Okay. So let's grab my question here, copy that and paste it. And so this time, which policies do not help ensure safe and fair conduct during practices? And this is an example of a multiple answer question where there are more than one correct answer. So I'm going to copy this, paste it here, and repeat myself here. Awkward silence. Bear with me here. And for fun, I'm going to add another option because in this question, I want more than one. I want more than 4. Copy that and paste. Okay, so now I have 5 questions. And if you've gotten this far, you're building a test. I should have pointed this out before. And you go to save and it's not letting you. That is because Blackboard does not assume which question is correct. You need to tell it which question is correct. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. We have 4 correct answers. And you'll see here that Blackboard, let me zoom in a little bit for you so that maybe you can see this better on the screen. Students, the default is one option, but it's flagging that you need to increase the selection limit or reduce the number of correct answers, because as it's written here, and it still will not allow me to save it, as it's written, there are 4 answers that we are looking for, and students can only choose one. So it's impossible for them to get full marks on this one. So I'm going to change this, and I'm going to say, before I click there, you'll see it expanded to 5 options. I'm going to just add one more and see option 6. For demonstration, you'll see as we did that, now it says, oh, you can choose 6 options. So technically, a student could choose all 6. If you were doing that, if you wanted to choose more than what was actually correct, then you would want to think about negative scores and so forth. So I got rid of that number 5, and I'm going to say that there are 4 options. I don't know, maybe Faith, do you have an opinion on whether or not you should identify up here in the question and say choose 4, or what do you think?
Yeah, I think that would be helpful, or select all that apply, and that gives a hint, but without giving too much right info. That might be a balance. Yeah.
Great, I will do that right now. All that apply. And yeah, so you can design your tests the way you feel appropriate, but you might decide to or say that there are 4 answers. So now we've got our 4 answers selected. That was point number 2 on the update, is that you can change this here. And now we see that save button is enabled, and we can click save. Again, A, B, C, D, E is all listed there, and the correct answers are here as well. If you wanted to play around with the negative score functions, that would be going back into the edit screen. So I don't think there's anything else to cover on this one. So I think we can wrap up our demo here. Hopefully this has been helpful, and you can see how easy it is to build your multiple choice questions. If you like this video, like the video. Let us know what you think about this update. Share it with your colleagues, especially if you've heard them saying that they just can't figure out multiple choice questions. And don't forget to subscribe so that you can stay up to date. I think this was your line, wasn't it?
It's okay.
Okay.
I like the drop-in one, reminding people of our drop-ins on Tuesdays and Fridays at 10:30, and you can locate the link to join us in your Blackboard calendar. Okay.
Great. Well, that's it for this one. Remember to follow along, and we'll, I guess, till next time, folks. We hope you have a great day. All right. Take care, everyone.
Bye, everyone.